Welcome to the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We can't hear you.
And of course, nobody can hear me.
That's half the fun.
Half the fun. All right. Well, let's do this one then.
Welcome
See if this
to the
one
Funny
works.
Science Fiction Podcast with Drayton Allen.
I heard something.
It worked for
Awesome.
me.
Wow. And of course, everything stopped working as soon
Well,
as
you know what? It wouldn't be any fun if we didn't have tech issues. I think the great guy Sklanders taught us that. If nothing else, expect to have tech issues when you're trying to do anything, like this.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Now you're linked up.
Issues when you're trying to do anything. So, all right. Well, go ahead and introduce us. Bring us in.
All right. Well, everything just froze. One moment
You know,
here.
we're all-
Right, folks, we're having some tech issues, but we are
we
live.
back? Can you? Yeah, they can hear us. Okay, great. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this started. Welcome to the Funny Science Fiction Podcast, where we use all 5 of our senses and most of our non-senses as well. So, great. Thank you for hearing us. Well, tonight I am Drayton Allen. I think I'm that almost every night. But tonight we have with us, of course, our regulars Tim and Deb. And somehow I got them right here. Go ahead, Tim and Deb. Live to you now. Camera, action.
I'm Deb. Drayton's wife. I hang out with them guys. We have fun.
The muse. Drayton's muse.
And that's Tim.
I'm the
Okay.
Tim.
I can be his muse.
Yeah.
Yeah, green screen
Thank you.
problems tonight. Everything has gone wrong.
We worked on that
every
for an
time
hour.
It wouldn't be
Every
any fun if we
time I-
weren't having tech issues.
switch to the green screen, it freezes and I have to restart. So, well, I am in a green part of space called the Green Nebula.
Greentopia.
Utopia. It's actually, I'm laying in bed. This is my bed here. I'm just laying in it. So,
It's the Irish part of space.
yeah,
I got my green screen to work. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Mine's
there you
fine.
go. I'm lying on the lawn. Yes, show that one. Yeah, that's me. Okay, for our dear Facebook users, so that we know who you are, you have to go to the Streamyard and download, or just tell them who you are, give them permission to let Facebook use your name and put it on our chat. Otherwise, you're a mystery user 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But we're always glad to have mystery users as well. Tim is cool.
We adore you, Facebook user.
It's because he wears his hat backwards. That's why.
Hey, you got to be cool sometime.
Hola.
Hola, mi amigo, John Was.
Hola.
All right.
John.
He is on YouTube, so that must be working.
The tube of you.
Good to
Yeah.
know.
So, yeah, I think
Good to
Twitch
you.
and YouTube come in with, and they have all their stuff already done. Facebook
Yeah.
is the only one that requires them every single time to come in and
Right.
I don't
And
understand.
verify who they are because
Yeah,
Facebook. That's why.
because Zuckerberg. Thanks, Zuck. So, all right. So hey, so tomorrow morning. So what's the kind of what is that in Facebook? It's actually not in Facebook. It's a secondary of something called StreamYard. That's what we're from.
Streamyard.
If you're coming in from Facebook and you clicked on our Facebook Live through the group, there should be a StreamYard clink in clink. There should be a Facebook. I can't talk. See, I don't think it's just. I just don't think it's the. Yeah, I don't think it's just Drayton's computer that's having technical issues. I think I'm having technical issues too. So if you're coming in from our Facebook group, there is a link in there that you can click. That's what I was trying to say. Link and click, and came up with clink. So
Click the link.
it could be a lot worse. I'll take it. So yeah, Facebook is a silly place.
All right, I went out to Twitch and checked. Twitch is live. We may as well just do all our technical stuff right on the air because anything you do beforehand, obviously,
I know, right?
it doesn't count. It doesn't matter what you do to prepare because
No, the second you click live, it's like
everything changes. It's just a law of
and gone.
computers.
Oh yeah. Facebook is like
Um,
no.
So somewhere on Facebook, and if I go there, I froze last time I went there. Let me risk it here. There's a little bit that says you have to go to.
Click the flick.
No, don't.
Click the flick. I can't even say that right.
Unfortunately, John's not half wrong. I'm pretty close. I came
I
close
know,
to
right?
saying that at least a couple times.
Right?
As I sat over here.
All right, here it is. Found it.
What'd you found?
I founded this where people have to go. There.
All right. Yes, you have to. You have to grant the permission.
So it's at streamyard.com/Facebook. If you go there, they will let you do your stuff.
And then we get to see who you are and call you by your name, not just Facebook user.
So
I mean, we like Facebook users.
That's right.
I don't know. I'm not sure our Facebook people are seeing the texts that I posted because it went to Twitch, of course. Gotta love it. I don't know why.
I think Facebook only allows them to see the Facebook stream comments, not all the comments, unless we put the comment up on the screen.
But
so if we show one of the comments,
here's the fun part.
Yeah.
That one's for YouTube.
Yeah. So anybody who's on Facebook, if you go to streamyard.com/Facebook, grant your permission, and then we get to see your name. It'll be a lot of fun. Makes our conversation that much more enjoyable.
Or you
Because
can
we have a name and a face with a name and all the other thingamabobs and jigs.
So
it's a highly technical conversation.
Sorry to bore you with all this technical stuff, but we're still trying to figure this process out. So we're going to have a couple of things coming up that are pretty exciting. Tim was going to tell us about our podcast for tomorrow. We have a very exciting podcast popping up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Tim, tell us all about it.
Yeah, we do. So if you're not familiar with her podcast, we have Sarah Ray Werner. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go back over here, hit the reset button and start over again. We have Sarah Ray Werner on our show a little while ago. And tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., her episode goes live. And I tell you what, we had a fantastic conversation with Sarah. Sarah is an author. She's a podcaster. She's a motivational speaker. She's done TED Talks, all these different things. So if you're an aspiring author, you are an author, you're struggling with any of that type of stuff, listen to her Right Now podcast. She has all kinds of really great advice. And here's the thing. I'm not an author. I can't write to save my soul. But I have listened to a lot of the things and the advice that she's given in her podcast and her weekly lives. And I've used those in other aspects. I use it for my t-shirt business. I use it for my personal podcast. I use it on this podcast. And I found the advice to be very helpful. Now, the reason that we had Sarah on is because, of course, we focus on things that are funny and things that are science fiction. And her other podcast called Girl in Space hits both of those. Really neat and interesting podcast. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, you're going to want to do that. But we have a super cool conversation with her tomorrow, and you're going to want to check that out. It'll be both here on YouTube, and there will be an audio-only version out on your favorite podcast destination. So if you'd like to listen rather than watch, and yes, words are so very hard, Kathleen. So there's not enough coffee today.
Tim needs that.
Sarah's great, and you just need a pick me up. You can go to her live shows. She's very positive, very upbuilt. It's really neat to listen to. Encouraging.
She does
Hey, we have a guest coming on. Here we go. There he is.
Whoa.
Hey, that's why we've been having all the technical problems.
There's
It's
Mike.
one of Mike.
He's messing with the internet again. You broke the internet.
Is it wrecking the internet too?
I think so. I think it's gone out from your computer to the whole internet.
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is our friend Mike Klon, who is kind of one of our other wizards behind the scene, who's been doing some fun stuff. And
Don't
of
let
course,
the glasses fool you.
his
I don't think this is the stretch.
his computer, of course, died as soon as he tried to log on to our show. So we know something is going on. And I think he took down the internet with his whole computer.
Yeah, it might be the epicenter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So
Sorry for the,
Is that your new face?
What's that?
yeah, I like the glass. I like the magnifiers. Those are great. I need a pair of those.
I'm trying to figure this thing out, but I'm not having a great time. I might get on later if I can figure this out.
Have you tried turning it on and off again? I had to ask.
What's the problem?
Well, it's not just that, Mike. Did you unplug it?
Well, that was my first thought.
Uh-oh.
No,
Kathleen, is that
Kathleen said you look like an alien.
it's not. That's kind of my fundamental problem. Is it's not powering on. So I'm going to get my head under this, and hopefully I'll be up for a while.
Daniel said you should have got a Mac.
Mac.
Uh-oh.
Then you need a
Now,
Mac.
fighting words in some quarters,
Macs have power buttons too.
right?
So
So one of the reasons why you guys need to get to know
Mike is
Michael
better.
here is Michael has done some really cool stuff for us behind the scenes, and we're really appreciative of what he's done. You'll see it here shortly live on our, not live, but on our Facebook
YouTube.
and our YouTube page here shortly. He and his wife did a very, very cool unboxing video for us.
yeah.
So yeah, and that's of this device right here. That is from our sponsor, Uncanny Brands. That is the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber immersion hand blender, or Luke, yeah, whichever way you want to go. But yeah, so there's some really cool video that they did of that, and
That's in Sarah's broadcast.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was a lot of fun to do. I didn't know what was in the box, and then you guys did the boxception on.
Yeah, I as I was watching it, and Debbie told me that she had boxed it up a couple different times, and as you were opening it, that's when it hit me, and I looked right at my wife and I went, "Oh yeah, he just got Russian dolled."
Russian doll.
I didn't really have anything about as far as the Amazon bag, and fortunately, that was the end of the rainbow.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah,
Put a
Deb
box
wanted to
of
go
the
20 boxes.
You
but,
can see it all in them.
Yeah, now we're
I want to go more.
we're probably going to be fighting over it now because she wants it in her kitchen and I want it downstairs in the kitchenette down there. So we'll see who wins.
Well,
Hang it in the stairwell so you both can have to run and get it. Whoever gets it first wins.
Just put a big extension cord on it.
there you go.
The only thing I was sad
There you
about
go.
with that, I think it's a really cool blender, and we just got ours, and I'm very excited about it. The only thing I wanted the Sith version. I wanted the red version. I thought it was cool.
Is
But-
there?
They had sold out of those already. Yeah, they sold out of them already.
Yeah, they sold out of those.
Yeah, these things have been going crazy, and we got the blue ones
That's
left.
funny.
Kathleen says, I snicker every time you say it's a hand blender. I really feel like they should have found a different product for the Skywalkers. They aren't the best with hands.
Yes. We did determine last week that this is the no end, and
I had a blender. I had the
potentially lethal because they could actually do more damage than most of the lightsabers
Look,
on the
no
market.
hands.
Karen kept trying to cram that thing in my face.
I saw that. That was great.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put your face right into the blender end.
It was great if you were on the mixer end, Deb. I don't know about being on the receiving end. Yeah, I'm gonna
That was great.
and see if I can't get this working and get on in a little while here.
All right, Mike.
Well,
I'm
thanks for
going-
checking in with us, Mike. You could be like the crazy neighbor that pops in on every so often on.
We're gonna get him a fence. It'll be like home improvement. He can do
Get him a
coming behind the hard drive.
There you
All right, guys. I'll be back on in a little bit, I hope.
All right, Mike. We'll be watching for you. Thanks for visiting, Mike.
Great, Mike. Hope to see you.
Great. So you can see that
Mike is a hoot, man.
being a guest on our show doesn't have a dress code or even require working hardware. So if anybody wants to be a guest, all you need is 2 cans of a string. Is all
I think he has set an unfair precedent though, because now you have to have a super cool pair of glasses.
Right. So I think we're going to have to find those and feature those in our next episode. We're going to be a sponsor for the show.
Don't worry, Kathleen. We'll flip the clink.
We'll flip the clink.
They sell those at Harbor Freight.
I can't even say it anymore.
I had to think about it before I said it so I could say it wrong.
Right?
I'm thinking of flick my Bic, but that was old time.
We're gonna flick the clink. It'll be great.
Click my clicker. I don't know what we're doing.
So, but Mike's got an awesome unboxing video that he has.
Oh, that's great.
He and his wife put together, and it's highly entertaining. Mike has just a phenomenal sense of humor, and it really shows in the video. So I think we haven't decided what day we're going to launch that this week, but we'll get that out there for you guys to appreciate and see the genius that was put together there. Anything else you want to say about Sarah, Ray, before we move on?
Yeah, getting back to Sarah, we had I was going to talk about her live show. Yeah, she has live create-alongs on Facebook, Twitch, and somewhere else. And what she does is she takes an hour and she shares a little bit of encouragement, just kind of use this same sort of formula. But then after about 20 minutes of everybody talking about what they're doing, what obstacles they're facing, then everybody creates for like an hour or 45 minutes. And
I think we met that guy.
Sarah then goes on and says, Sarah goes on and says, I totally lost my place because Nick timed that so perfectly.
I think we met that guy. Totally. He's a good dude. Totally good.
Sarah has an hour, and then you just sit there, and if you tune in the middle of it, you'll just see somebody sitting there working on her notes. But and then at the end, you talk about what you accomplished during that hour. So really, if you're a creator of any type, you can be writer, you can be a painter, you can be a crocheter like Debbie.
Crocheter,
yeah, does not matter.
I
you could even be a Twitcher and do stuff on Twitch. Anyway,
T-shirt designer.
T-shirt
be a
designer.
Clicker.
Podcaster.
Be a clinker. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so
whatever you are, we'll enjoy it.
Sarah's create-alongs are on Wednesdays and Fridays. You can catch them on Twitch. SarahWerner.com has links to them, and we posted her stuff in the
It's
thing.
at 8 p.m. our time.
Yeah, Eastern Standard.
So what time is it for her? It's like 7 for her.
Yeah, she's in
Doesn't matter.
So she's 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So,
yeah. So
but she does a
8 p.m.
really good job with that, and I find it very helpful and some really great information. And then, of course, so you can check her out at sarahwerner.com. There's links to all our podcasts and everything there. And we were hoping to have her with us tonight. We're not sure if she's going to make it in or not. She's been awfully busy as of late. I tell you what, and I talk about this in the podcast with her, that woman's schedule makes me tired just thinking about it. She is literally always on the go, always doing something. She does it all. So, absolutely. So, very
You need
cool.
a pick-me-up. You need Sarah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's also she also has a TED Talk, which was really, really very good. You get an opportunity to look that up on YouTube. In fact, here is her website. I am going to do a little screen sharing here. All right, here we are. There it is. Okie dokie. There, can you see me now?
There it is.
That's
Yep, you
Sarah.
can see it.
So go to this website. This is her list of stuff that she's done. So you can see she's done a lot. She has 2 podcasts, the Right Now podcast, which is writing advice, but it's also marketing advice for anybody that does anything similar to that. And then she has Facebook groups. And then, of course, she does consulting and speaking and offers podcasting courses. She is a phenomenal resource for anybody that's doing anything creative. So I highly recommend that.
No cameras
There we
Hello,
on.
Belly. Hello, Belly.
Hello, Belly. My belly.
Hello,
buddy.
Belly. Belly. I gotta get this set up.
It's the Belly.
Belly.
So, yeah. So cool. All right. Well,
We're going to be opening up to questions here shortly. I hope somebody brought some. I want some real stumpers, or I'm going to start looking some up.
Alan has threatened us with Vogon poetry, so if you can help us avoid
Yeah,
that would be great.
I'm tired of just looking at her website.
Right? The Wombat is back.
The Wombat is back.
Here we go, Ben.
If you're not good,
Jamon did Wombat.
we'll pull out the smut if you're not good. So the corn smut.
No. Smut and corn.
Right, Kathleen?
It's a type of corn.
Kathleen's tired just looking at her website.
Yeah. We had that up there.
Did
Yeah,
you?
that's
I was gone. I was off somewhere.
well, we can take a minute if we
Okay,
want
so
right
I
now.
had a question about
Go ahead.
I had a question about some science fiction. I was wondering if there's any science fiction serial. Like, is there funny science? I mean, not funny, but science fiction serial, like Frankenberry.
Yes, there was Quark. There wasn't there Quarks or something. There was
I
a
think there's a whole bunch of stuff. Of a Minoc, what's the airspeed velocity of an unladen Minoc? I don't know. When you find out, let us know. Do what? Yeah,
John,
right.
is it African or European?
Minox.
What's a
They're always-
Minox?
They're always chewing on the power cords. Hi, Honora.
Hi, Hanora.
Honora says
I
hi.
don't know her.
That's John and Kathleen.
Said hi from a couple different places. Oh, yay.
Yeah,
So, first of all, let's decide what's a Minoc.
You don't remember what a Minoc is?
I do not know what a Minoc is yet.
All
I
right.
don't know that I know.
Shame for you. And no, the Minocs are in Empire Strikes Back, where they go into the what they think is a cave on an asteroid, where they're trying to get away from Luke, Leia, and Han. But it's actually a giant worm. It's a giant worm in the asteroid that landed in its stomach, and there was the bird things on the outside. Yeah, look like that. They eat the power cables and repair the ships. And
looks like a picture Mike was showing in his computer. How many gnomes does it take to slay a dragon? 1 if it goes to the right place.
Depends on the entrance that they use.
I'm going to say all depends on interest point.
We
watch the guys. We talk about that.
Are they allowed to take a wombat with them during travel?
If they if you read our next book, Gnomes in Unusual Places, you will find out the answer to that question, or at least watch episode 2 with Guy. We did talk about gnomes in Unusual Places.
Of giants.
Guy Sklanders, yeah.
Dark dragons.
Yes.
So a
it's surprising how often comes up. Yes.
40 tons of beans and a gnome in the wrong place.
Was it a gnome?
Gnome or wombat with a gnome. I don't remember. I'd have to. Gnomes prefer badgers. Is a wombat and a badger really all that different when they're angry and in the wrong space? I don't think so.
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not. No.
My family's.
Well, it's the Wombat Proctologist that you have to be careful of.
My family's. That's stupid. We're lagging somehow. I'm getting way behind everybody.
Yeah. We're still having some technical issues here. It's the joy of the internets tonight.
We're having so much fun. Here we go. The Demented Wombat Proctologist. So, after you're done, you wish you had COVID instead. Yes.
It's too cubicle.
I am proud to say that I have never Google searched wombat poop. I would not know that it's cubed.
Yeah.
And there's coffee that comes from some animal poop.
From civet cat.
Yeah, French cats. Yeah.
Is that what you call it? I'd like to believe that's science fiction, but I think it's fact.
No, that's a real thing. I actually had to look that up one day for something. And I don't remember why, and I'd like to forget it.
I know, right?
But yeah, no, it's a completely legitimate thing that there is coffee that is harvested from kitty poo.
Or the civet cat.
Kidding? What?
It's a type of civet cat. So, what do they call those? You can look it up. Just Google. You look it up.
I don't want to look it up.
I mean, because in all honesty, I have 2 cats. There is nothing about what they do in a litter box that makes me go, you know what? That would make some great coffee.
A different type. It's a wild cat. It's one of those.
I don't think it's that type of cat.
I don't care. It's still poop.
Go where no gnome has gone before. Phone. Phone home, gnome.
So nobody commented on my little triceratops, which is also, I don't know, is he science fiction? He's probably.
Is that a triceratops? Okay, honestly, I thought that was a sheep. I'm not even going to lie.
Triceratops.
It's got a little.
No, I thought it was a sheep. Not going to lie. Okay.
It's actually a footstool, but he looks cute up there.
So I got that going for me.
It's my demented wombat.
All I'm seeing is more and more reason for me to go to bed early tonight. So,
right? We're half over. You got to put up with me another half hour.
Well, there's always. Whoop.
Looks like we need another Timmy.
Would you look at the time?
We need a new Timmy.
All right, so let's ask you guys a question. For the we've got about 8 or 9 people watching right now. Who is one person that you think that we should interview? But John first, while we're waiting for those answers to come in, which alien race has, in your opinion, the best variety of coffee?
Oh, Neelix makes some good drinks. I don't know what he makes. Who else drinks anything?
I would have to figure out where Janeway gets all her coffee from.
Right.
You know,
in that part of the world, it's replicated coffee, so that's their big problem.
Replicated coffee.
Right.
But is it also replicated with their Glock? She answered that with John Wass is an alien race. He has the best variety of coffee. How would it work that? Oh, have you had their coffee, Tim? How's their coffee?
I've actually never had a cup brewed by them. I've had a cup with them, but not by them.
Okay. Well, that's all right.
But we can, once, this whole, death by proximity year is done.
Right.
We're going to need to change that.
Yep. Maybe you can make a coffee pot from the Yoda, or is it a Yoda? Uncanny has that Yoda coffee pot or something.
Oh yeah, they have the Mandalorian Baby Yoda coffee.
Mm-hmm. Coffee maker. Yeah.
Interview
No,
John
as
Crockett
in who
from the
you
Cog
should.
of Dead. Yeah, I started following John on Facebook, and I reached out to him. I have not heard back from him yet. He does some really cool voice actor stuff. So, but yeah, I have definitely reached out to him, John, and just waiting to hear back from him.
Huh. Cool.
But if you would like to reach out in our behalf and say he should come on, then I'd be more than willing to let you, because you guys are like Facebook friends and all. Hint, hint, hint. Very, very subtle with the hinting, am I?
There you go. You get to get it. You're invited over after the plague.
Woo woo!
We'll come with him.
Yay, coffee.
Coffee.
So
After the plague.
after the plague.
All right. Well, I guess it's time for Vogon poetry.
Uh-oh. You guys have asked for it. You didn't ask me that question.
Ugly, thy many curations are to me as plurtal glabble blockitis in midsummer morning on a lurid bee that mordosiously hath blurted out its erded girdles grumbling into
Let's
a
hear your,
festering confectuous organ squealer. All
Let's
right,
hear,
well, that's it.
let's hear your
that's
drunkeny dwarf song, since we were talking about gnomes and dwarves.
I'll have to look it up. I don't have it.
Have you heard this, Tim?
I don't think I have.
The drunkeny dwarf song? It's
All
great when
right.
he sings it.
Guys, talk among yourselves for a moment.
Talk about yourself. It's in his book. Which book is it in? Oh, it's in his. She loves
Stout
her
book.
Timmy. It's in your Stout books. He wrote Stout on a little guy in search of near beer. Honora, we're getting a new Timmy. Just kidding.
This one's mostly broken. I hear Vogon coffee is better than their poetry. That's from Nick. He's our shadow mage. He hides in the background.
Can we buy Vogon coffee? Is Vogon coffee?
We're probably having all these tech issues because Nick wasn't in here to make sure that we didn't have tech issues.
Right?
I blame Nick. Way to go, Nick.
I blame Nick.
Nick, get on it, bud.
All your fault. Way to go.
Come in and join us, Nick.
He's still in his game. He's playing the game today.
Game
He's in game mode.
He's doing both mode.
He's doing both, yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep this, Tim. We like him too. Like this, Tim. Always tease. That's our joke. We'll get it, or Timmy. Keeps him on the toes.
All right, I found it at
Tim is the
last.
funny. Tim is the funny in our funny science fiction. Alan is
I have
science.
to make a disclaimer. I sang this a cappella as something to do one day. So,
Are you saying this to lose all our listeners?
We may lose everybody at this point. So.
No, we'll do it. We'll come along with you. Come on, Tim. Grab your mug. We need to do the.
Stout is a short book about a man who loved beer. His friend Ankle-Sneeze the Bard dedicated this song to him. Let's give it a listen. A drunkety dwarf, he drank a draught of drinkety drink, he drank.
Every time he drank a drop of drinkety drop, he drunk. And came a man, a grey old bard, who shared his song.
He sang the dwarf,
Beside he drank his mood anew.
A drunkety dwarf, he
Drank a drop of drinkety drink, he drank.
And every
Come on,
time
Tim.
drinkety draught, he
I don't think we're in sync, so it just messes it up. So this is from my Stout series. Stout is about a little person who searches the world for the greatest beers.
We want to hear the words.
Now he's old, his beard is gray, his end was near at last. And as he looked back on his life, he wished another glass. A drunkety dwarf, he drank a draught of drinkety drink, he drank. And every time he drank a drop of drinkety draught, he drunk.
Well, there you go. That was my hit
Yes.
single. We're definitely going to need another Timmy after
You
You
that.
heard it here.
This close to making Billboard.
This close.
Uh,
No, I had a lot of
great.
fun with those books. Those books are part of my Stout Tales series. So if anybody likes beer and
Or short
likes
ones.
adventures of a person searching the world for the greatest beers, it's kind of a fun, very casual. There's very short books because people who drink a lot of beer can't read very big books. No, I'm
Guess
just
who I
kidding.
am?
Beer.
Guess who I am?
Beer. Beer.
Maybe we need another Deb.
And there's actually 3 of those books in the series. There is Stout, which is the first book, Ale, which is the second book,
Oh, good
and then
stories. Nice. of
Porter.
them. Just
Ale is the story of how the beermeister gets stuck babysitting a young King Henry VIII. And of course, Henry VIII has a little fascination with beer as a 12-year-old boy. He
Don't
tries
spoil
to
it.
take a big swig of it, and he inhales it. And so the bard shows him how to take care of troublesome heads with an axe, and he just slides it off the beer. So, beer. Those are the Stout books. So if you hear us talk about them, those are they're kind of a light fantasy, beer fantasy. I call them beer fiction.
Good story.
I invented the genre for those.
It's the only
All
one
right.
that's in that series, beer fiction.
So, other than John Sprocket, if you guys have any other suggestions of people we should be bringing on the show, having a chat with, talking to, all that kind of stuff, let us know. We'd be happy to look into them and see if we can get them on the show and talk to them. Do you guys have any questions for us about the podcast, about us individually, about why Drayton's such a good writer and Tim is not? Things along those
My
lines.
Deb has eyes on her chair.
Well, I'll be. Yes, she does.
See back there?
Good.
Little eyeballs on
Yeah,
the chair.
I didn't notice that earlier either until you. Now I
Smiling.
can't.
My
Now I
other
can't
chair.
unsee it.
My other chair next to Drayton is funnier.
Yeah, now I can't unsee it. Way to go, Deb.
Yeah, look at this one. This one's hilarious.
Everyone cares. Who knew that would be a thing?
Interview Nolan. Do you mean Christopher Nolan? Because if we're interviewing my son, that's going to be the shortest conversation ever. It's
We
going to be
can do
high
that.
and done.
That's all right. We'll just put someone else behind him with him. We'll just do a whole bunch of kid interview.
Yeah, Nolan, very much the introvert. I don't know that he would ever agree to do anything like that. Unless we were going to talk to him about video games and why he likes certain ones. But that's about it.
It might be fun to watch you chase him around the house videotaping him.
What about...
A concept album about potatoes. Oh, like we had the hash brown thing last week. There we go. This is my googly eyes run throughout our house. A midgeted wench did it. That's hilarious.
Okay, so Kathleen, I can't remember if I gave her that nickname or if that was a nickname that she came us pre-associated with.
That's hilarious.
That's an actual person. So
Right.
she'll have to answer that for me because I honestly don't know.
Googly eyes are the best. I was working at a place one time and we put them on our boss's ears or on his eyes on his picture. We stuck them to our ears and we had eyeballs on our ears. It was hilarious.
And you have to remember that potatoes have a loose sci-fi, tie-in with Lord of the Rings, even though that's more sci-fi, clearly. Potatoes.
Wasn't that what he grew in The Martian, though? Wasn't he growing potatoes in it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did that in there, too. Yeah.
What other creature has eyes all over it?
Okay, I nicknamed her Midgeted Wench. That's right.
Good job, Tim.
Way to go, Tim.
Sometimes kids aspire
You
to
have
the name you give
lightsabers
them.
anymore, I think. Tim.
Tim. How can we say Tim? It sounds like a bad word. Tim.
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 How many ways can we say Tim?
Oh yeah, the same day that she declared that midget tossing wasn't allowed.
Definitely.
I may have made a snappy comeback at her after that.
I enjoy midget tossing. I may have done it a time or two.
We have to qualify that statement.
I think I was going to say this sounds like a good time for a statement qualification.
Debbie
I
had a brother.
have some family that's short, so
Little people.
actually they probably threw me instead of me throwing.
Yes,
them.
he was thrown by a
That's
midget.
just-
Does that count?
Reverse toss.
Reverse toss. Tim,
Little
your
people.
hero.
And I've told John before we need to work on getting him a better class of hero, but
I got somebody to look up to. If you start at the bottom of the ladder, you can only go up.
Right? But if you stay at the bottom of the ladder, that's the safest place. OSHA. That's what do we learn? If you climb the corporate ladder, the closer to the top you get, the more dangerous your situation is, and the more unsecure your job is. So I suggest staying at the bottom of the ladder. No need to go up.
No need to go up. This midget has a tendency to carry knives, so be careful trying to toss. Yes. Hide the knives.
that's right.
Hide the knives from the little people.
Well, we've only got about looks like about 16,
20?
17 minutes left in this. So let's take a quick minute and let's talk about nice. Sorry, Kathleen's comment got me there.
All right.
Gotta love some good self-deprecating humor.
That's true.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Red Shirts, Widows, and Orphans Fund. We try to make sure that we bring this up every single time that we are online, whether it's in our podcast, whether it's in our missed my cue. See these guys right here.
Your own cue.
It's my own cue. That's the worst part.
Right.
So we try to make sure that we bring this up because now Red Shirts, Widows, and Orphans was started in one of Alan's books, Drayton Allen's books, the Guardians of the Cosmos, Custodians of the Cosmos. I do this every time. Every single time I say the title of your book, Drayton, I mess it up. So anyway, it's Custodians of the Cosmos. I'm just going to write it and sticky it to my front of my computer here. But anyway, it's a takeoff on Star Trek and the red shirts that leave, never come back. And so we decided that with that being in one of his books, we needed to tie it to a real charity. And so if you buy one of these super cool mugs or the t-shirt that you can't see, but I promise it's underneath this hoodie, Red Shirt Widows and Orphans Fund, there's laptop cases, phone cases, there's pins, magnets. You can buy a mask. You can buy notebooks, baseball style t-shirts. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can buy.
Tattoos. No, never mind.
Tattoos.
But whatever you buy of that, 100% of the profits from each sale goes to a group called Wish Upon a Teen, and they help sick kids in the hospital when their stays become extended. And they're a great group of people. I know them personally. They helped out my family last year while my daughter was in the hospital. So I have a very personal attachment to those guys. Really cool people to deal with. Nancy Sovereign, the CEO, we've interviewed her on here and talked with her and got them all set up as someone that we could try and help out. So, and if you don't want any of the merchandise, and because you don't like cool things apparently, just go to their website, www.wishuponateen.org, and you can donate to them directly, whether through PayPal or however you choose to do it. But yeah, they're a good group of people that need some help. 2020 has kind of kicked their fundraising in the behind, as you can well imagine. So anyway, that's our spiel about Red Shirts, Widows, and Orphans. Go buy some swag, look cool in it, have fun, post pictures of yourself wearing your stuff to the Funny Science Fiction group. I guarantee you it'll get posted as long as it's within group guidelines and tasteful. We would be happy to post you wearing your stuff. Last month, we were able to donate $50 in total to Red Shirt Widows and Orphans, through Red Shirts Widows and Orphans to Wish Upon a Teen, which I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but every $50 that they get, they are thrilled for. So we didn't have a whole lot of sales last month. We're hoping that we can change some of that around this month, but that's going to be with you guys going and buying the merchandise.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And they're not one where they need thousands and thousands. Sure, that's nice to have, but the little money does help.
Yeah, just to do a room, the average room cost, because that's what Wish Upon a Teen does. They redecorate kids' rooms. The average room cost is $250. So we took on 1/5 of a room, plus through direct charities direct donations last month. I forgot to mention this the other day with talking with you guys. We did have $150 of direct charities through my River City Tees link.
Nice.
So. Great. People went through that and directly donated to them. So that's cool.
Good.
So actually we had closer to 200. We almost had a full room donated through us. So that's awesome.
Good. Yeah. Good job.
All right. That's our spiel. What do you guys got? And go.
Very good. Any questions?
All right. We've carried this for 45 minutes, guys. Step it up. No, just kidding.
Well, it didn't help. We had all these technical issues at the beginning. I might as well spend a little more time talking about some of my other books. I have my Cat Puke Thursday, Johnny Gizmo Cat Puke Thursday. They didn't call them nerds back in the 30s. Doesn't mean they weren't around. So Johnny Gizmo is about a man who was always tinkering with great inventions. But of course, he could never quite make those come true. But come to find out, the day when the aliens finally visit Earth, everyone turns to Johnny and his great inventions to solve the problem.
Excellent. We'll jump into John's question right here.
I'll be still alive because he never goes on the away missions.
Well,
to sit there.
I would suggest this, that because he is Scottish, there's a very strong chance that he's just pickled and nothing's going to kill him anyway. So,
right. Well, and it just is a testament to the man's inner fortitude that he survived so long. You know, he's also an engineer, so that helps. You know,
he needs to fix.
He has a job on the ship and his name in the credits. So it's when you're crewman number 7 in a red shirt.
Yeah. if they took the time to give you a name, chances are you're going to be okay. If you looked at your script and it said crewman number 7, well, how many minutes in am I dying?
Right? How far in am I getting?
Hey, mom, I was on 3 minutes of Star Trek.
The first 3 minutes.
And this might be poor taste, but unfortunately, the guy that played Scotty in the JJ Trek did pass away. So I'm not sure if he wore a red shirt or not, though.
Simon Pegg?
Is there anybody who?
Pretty sure it was the guy that played Scotty. Could have been the other guy. I was wrong. It's the guy that played Chekhov. Anyways, yeah. wrong guy.
I was like, wait a minute. I didn't hear Simon Pegg died.
That's
how we start rumors. Now we're never going to get Simon Pegg. Way to go, Alan.
Simon Pegg, I'm sorry. You're not. If you're not dead, come on our show and prove it. Right? I mean, that's how rumors start. I mean, if you don't show up.
I wonder if we could get somebody who. I wonder if we could get somebody who did die like 3 minutes into a sci-fi movie. Can we interview that person?
That'd be fun.
If you
could find him.
I know. How are we gonna find him?
I'm following a guy on Twitter, and I've been talking with him a little bit. A guy that, hi Facebook user, who was a Enterprise extra. That's all it says. Nice. And
Enterprise extra.
He was on, and he's got a couple different times he was an extra on the Enterprise. So
hey, that'd be cool.
So
You know,
That's fun. Yeah, I got to
5
do a
minutes of
couple
fame.
commercials, so I had like 30 seconds of fame. I was a
Not a
judge
judge.
in a
I
lawyer
play one
commercial.
on TV.
I'm not a judge, but I played one on TV. It was funny because I worked at a studio where they sometimes would shoot commercials and somebody wouldn't show up for the commercial and they say, "Hey, Al, get up here. We need a body. Here, put on this fire robe and pretend you're a judge."
you look judgy. Get over here.
Look judgy.
And one time I had to play an insurance guy on the phone that was like, "No, you're denied. Denied. No." And then it was, it was a lawyer spots where the great lawyer comes in and is your insurance company said no? I can think that. So I said no on the phone on that commercial.
The Facebook user that just come on and says, "I
He's
thought
in
this was
Iowa.
a funny science
He's in
fiction."
Iowa,
Okay, because
We only
as
have
soon as you
3 or
said,
4 people on TV, so
as soon as you said insurance salesman, the first thing I started thinking of was the guy from Groundhog Day.
okay.
Talking to Bill Murray. Am I right? Or am I right? Right.
Is it Ned?
Needle Ned Head.
It's
Needle
Caitlin.
Head Ned. Hey, Caitlin.
It'll show up as your name if you go to the Streamyardcom Facebook
/Facebook. Give me your permissions.
and give them permission to use your name
And your likenesses and stuff.
in the
Legal.
chat, and then we can see you. So I think we should finish the show by speaking in an accent, don't you know?
Which one?
I don't know. I'm not sure what accent I'm speaking in.
I'm not sure I have an accent.
I'm not sure I have an accent.
What accent was that? Is that London?
I don't know, but it's
I
something.
think it was a mix of like 3, actually.
Travel for moose and squirrel.
Deb's just over here like, I like a little bit of this one. We'll take this. I'll take a little bit of this. Ooh, this one's nice.
It was somebody in the British Isles traveling around, so.
We'll just throw them all together. I think that's how they come up with a lot of the Star Trek languages. They just take a little bit of this, a little bit of this, throw it together.
Well, in the future.
All
They use-
Scottish all the
they,
time.
All the time.
Does that
We
mean
use
you
a
use
Scottish
Scotch
emergent
toilet
hand
paper?
blender.
Hey, I went to this great Scottish restaurant. I don't know if you've been to it, McDonald's. Or is it McDonald's? Maybe that's an Irish restaurant. I don't know. It was one of those two. They had good potatoes.
Well, good night, kids. It was nice to meet everybody.
Show some of those potatoes.
And by the way, McDonald's, we're open for a sponsorship.
There you go. Especially McDonald's in Scotland and Ireland.
Oi.
Right?
Oi.
Aye. That's where
What
it
kind
came from.
What kind of potatoes do they serve there?
Potatoes.
Potatoes?
Potatoes.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, we got about 6 minutes left in this.
Ooh, do that.
So what? One of the things that we were going to talk about was
Why?
baked goods. So Ackroyd's Scottish Bakery has the best haggis in Michigan, I'm told. Good.
Haggis.
I will know to stay away from that. Okay.
I will avoid that.
Haggis.
I'd rather eat pasties from the UP. Thank you.
When it comes to certain things in Scottish cuisine, I follow the logic of Mike Myers in the movie So I Married an Axe Murderer. Most of Scottish cuisine was made on a dare. And, just figure out. I'm muted?
No, Alan's muted.
Oh, well, he's not talking
Sorry,
right now.
didn't mean to
Okay.
interrupt you. Go ahead.
I think Nick's just being really loud.
Oh,
Way to
okay.
go, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Way to go, Nick. I hope you're happy. Interrupting
All
you
right.
live again.
Finish your story.
No, I just said that it's most of Scottish cuisine is based on a dare. Haggis is if I'm not mistaken is
Pig entrails? Pig intestines?
sheep intestines.
Sheep.
Yeah,
Pig.
if I'm not mistaken. And it's the casing, and then they put the other meats and things inside, and just now Scottish eggs, however, that's a whole nother story.
What are Scottish eggs? They're from quails or something?
No, Scottish egg is it's a deep fried egg that has bacon or sausage bits wrapped around it, and then all types of yummy, awesome things, and just it's delightful. I strongly recommend them.
Scottish eggs. We'll try.
I mean, if you're not worried about your blood pressure or cholesterol within the next week or two, so
I actually like cholesterol. It's good for you. If you don't have cholesterol, your brain is made out of cholesterol, and if you don't get enough cholesterol, you get stupid. That's my theory. So bacon is brain food. Bacon is brain food.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Not enough bacon.
Not enough
bacon.
I didn't have the cholesterols. So
cholesterol.
But yeah, so we've got some really cool episodes in the back burner for you guys. Now, as you guys know, every 2 weeks on Mondays we come out with a. John is just firing questions.
Egg is springing too gross.
I think the answer to that, John, is yes.
They're all worse.
They're all pretty gross.
And how does the replicator make all this stuff? That's why it's science fiction.
You can't get fresh gack out of a replicator. Everybody knows that.
Well, not everybody. I didn't know.
That's a big problem.
Of course, then again, it's Star Trek, so
throughout the whole Federation, you know.
You have trouble. Your character in Custodians has trouble with the replicator, does he not?
Yes. Well, his name is Kyle Butterly, or Cale Butterly. I can't remember his name. Cale Butterly, and you always had to state your name before you used the replicator, and he always gets Buttery Cale for every time he tries to use the replicator. So it's a running gag in the book.
I mean, we could always just ask the author what his name is. Oh, wait.
You wouldn't know. That book was like 3 years ago, and so many brain cells have died since then.
Yeah, not enough bacon between then, huh?
Right.
It's a good read. Read it.
Yeah, but we got some really cool
stuff
coming out for you guys. We got about 2 minutes left here. We'll just wrap up real quick. We got some really cool stuff coming. Remember, tomorrow morning we got Sarah Ray Werner. Her episode goes live at 6 a.m. both here on YouTube and also out on your favorite audio podcast destination, whether it's Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeart, whatever it may be. We're all out there. And then also, we've got some great episodes. Like, remember, every 2 weeks, so every other Monday, we're releasing a new episode. And so we've got some great ones coming up with game designers, both historically and new game designers. We've got some content creators, some cosplayers coming up, some really cool people we've interviewed as of late. And we've got, we're hopefully, if the interview holds, we'll be interviewing a Star Trek author here within the next week. So we're really excited about some of this stuff coming up, and we can't wait to share it with you guys.
And we're also going to be interviewing a man who's written a number of science fiction books involving dinosaurs. So if you're into dinos, you'll want to check that. All right. We got Mike. Mike is back.
You got like 2 minutes.
Sorry.
Hey.
Woohoo.
I got it.
So, Mike,
live.
you figured it out. What'd you find?
It was a broken USB.
Oh, wonderful. Gotta love that.
This is the that's the little piece. That is the culprit.
Yeah.
And because it was in the front of the machine, it was shorting out the board where the power switch was.
That is not good.
Mike, one of our guys wanted to know where to get those glasses. Where you got your magnifier?
Oh, yeah, they're online. These are absolutely awesome. They come with a tray of the light angles so that you can aim it. They come with a whole tray of these lenses in different powers. You can put the lens up and use just the light or whatever. I use it actually for electronics typically. for soldering circuit boards and things like that. But I will openly admit that splinters, they're becoming my go-to everything. And so my poor wife is always seeing me walk around with these. Yeah, honey, I'm just getting a splinter.
I just wear them for fun then.
Yeah, it's getting nerdier and nerdier. But they're great. I got them off of Amazon, actually. I can't remember where.
All right.
Which store, but they were fantastic, actually.
We were telling them about your unboxing. We enjoyed
What's
it.
that, Deb?
We were telling
enjoyed
people
it.
about your unboxing.
We haven't released it officially yet. Once we get it going, we'll put it out there for everybody. It's quite humorous, and I enjoyed it a lot. So
super fun product.
Yeah, and of course it's a fun product. So
my set is not nearly as cool as Tim's.
Right?
This is just the office.
That's all right.
Well, if I cancel out my green screen, I'm gonna look a lot like Alan. So
yeah, unfortunately, my new camera did not get along with the green screen on StreamYard. It worked great on Zoom. So we tested yesterday and was working. Everything's working great on Zoom. And then I remembered, we haven't tested on StreamYard yet, and it didn't work at all. So
were you guys did you guys have any other guests get on during the hour? I'm sorry I missed so much.
Yeah, we had a few, not guests, but we had a few people in the audience.
We have some visitors in the audience, but our other guest wasn't able to make it. So we've been
Wass and John Wass, and
I actually started reading Vogon poetry. It got so bad.
Well, at least the technical difficulties allowed you guys to cruise through to the end.
Right.
I wasn't sure if I was going to catch you or not. I was.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We're just hanging out now.
So we need to close off. It's 8 o'clock.
Very cool.
And if anybody's looking for an expert technical guy, Mike is the man. So contact him.
Whatever it is on your screen.
Yeah, Karen's in the background. Oh dear. I went to jump on, and she said, "I'm washing carrots." Right behind you.
There you go. Hey, carrots are fine.
I'm pretty sure the show's over.
Potatoes have been our theme tonight.
We're just wrapping. So
we had a potato conversation. Why not a carrot conversation?
I guess.
Other root vegetables. Right. And of course, we had the mandatory bacon conversation.
Of course,
that's always
required.
Show.
Yeah, we had quite a haul this year.
Oh, nice.
Well done.
A whole counter full of them. So that's what she's doing now. Zach and I cleaned carrots for about an hour yesterday, hour and a half.
So, Mike, we asked everybody in our audience this, so I'll ask it of you. Who do you think that we should interview?
I would love to see you guys get Deep Roy on.
Oh, yeah, he'd be fun.
Deep Roy would be interesting. That guy has done. I actually met him at the kids and I met him at Comic-Con in Novi. Very cool dude.
Okay.
I mean, his accent's a little odd, but he's been in so many weird things. You know what I mean? Because of the nature of his business. He was the most recent stuff that got attention. He was the He was all the Oompa Loompas in the redo of Willy Wonka.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you watch it, he's everywhere. I was just watching one of the Indiana Joneses, and he's a border guard. He just you find him once you realize who this guy is.
Yeah, once you see his face.
It's like when you buy a car, right? You buy a car and you never really paid too much attention of it, and then all of a sudden they're everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah. Everybody's driving it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they always were everywhere. You just didn't notice them. So that's kind of how it is with this guy. He had some interesting stories. Another one that would be great to get on, if we can find him. I might actually put some work into this. And I'm drawing a blank on his name. It's the actor who played Barkley and Murdoch.
Oh yeah, okay.
Lieutenant Barkley on Star Trek Next Gen, and Murdoch from the A-Team. There's Deep Roy. Yeah, he's cool. But yeah, he had some great stories. The kids at the time were really kind of binge watching the A-Team, and it was kind of funny because he was there signing Lieutenant Barkley autographs. And very clearly he's at Comic-Con, and most people know him from Star Trek Next Gen. And
Sure.
here comes my little 7-year-old son at the time. He comes running up and he's like, I love ice cream. Or no, it was trash bags. Trash bags. He was in some cell screaming for trash bags, and it all turned out to be part of the plot. And his face completely lit up. You could see he was just droning on. It was another Comic-Con, and I'm like,
Doing his thing. Sure.
Doing my thing, signing the, oh yeah, nice to meet you. Please go away. When can I get to the bar? And when this little kid came up, and both of them actually, Evie was a couple of years older, like 9 or 10, and his face just lit up to talk about the A-Team. And he came out from behind the thing and came around and squatted down to their level like a daycare teacher would, and told him this whole story about shooting that episode. There he is, Dwight Schultz. Yeah, excellent actor. He's really a lot more versatile than people give him credit for. And it was cool. He was when he got to talk about the A-Team, he really lit up. It was neat.
Yeah,
I'd love to talk to him just about the A-Team.
Yeah,
I watched a ton of that as a kid.
Yeah, he said it was cool because it was the pilot episode. I hadn't realized when he's yelling trash bags, and he said he told the kids this whole story. He grew up on the East Coast, up somewhere near like Maryland or Maine, a lot of the fishing communities, and there was a fishmonger who'd be down there and he'd go, fresh fish, fresh fish. That's where he got that trash bags thing from, and the kids were just amazed. A lot of fun.
That's
great.
Cool.
All right. Well,
We gotta wrap it up.
The majority of
we
it.
got to wrap this. We went a little over our hour, but that's all right. We finally got Mike back on.
We got Mike back, and we got to talk with Mike for a minute, so I'm cool with it.
Again.
Yeah, glad to hop on. I'll get on again in the future.
Yeah, have to get on again some week. We really enjoy having it, and especially so many technical difficulties this week. It kind of caused us some little problems, but all right,
we'll get it figured out.
Cool.
One of these,
it was great to be on. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right.
Thanks,
Mike.
We're going to go ahead and close out with our promo gift.